Today's video is on multiplying monomials and polynomials and also binomials. I'm recording this video from home, so if you do hear my dog whining or barking, that is just normal for him. So when we do distribute a monomial times a polynomial, real easy example, we have to distribute the x to the x and the x to the 4. X times x is x squared, then x times 4 is a positive 4x. The other example, we have triple distribution here, here, and here. Just be careful with your plus and negative signs. 5m cubed times 3m squared becomes a 15, and we add our exponents together, like product rule says. Then 5m cubed times a negative m is a negative 5m to the 4th, because this was an m to the first power. And we add those together. And then 5m cubed times negative 7 is a negative 35m cubed. So again, we are adding our exponents together. Let's do a tricky one towards the bottom here before we get to the next page. Let's look at number 9. Distributing the p squared cubed, we get p to the 7th, adding our exponents q to the 5th, minus p cubed, and then q to the 4th. Write down what questions you guys have so far on this monomial times polynomial and distribution. Let's go to the next page here. Let's do a couple, maybe one or two. This is number 22. Number 22, we have multiple steps of distribution going on. We have this in blue, making 8x to the 4th plus 4x cubed minus 20x squared. And then in green, this is a mistake that I see you guys making. You're going to think about distributing the x, but it's not just an x. You're distributing the negative x in front. Always look to the left of the number to see what sign you are distributing. That makes a negative x to the 4th minus 5x cubed. And then a negative x times a negative 3 makes a positive 3x. And don't forget about the lonely constant at the end of 17. Lastly, we have to combine like terms together. So let's combine our x to the 4th to make 7x to the 4th. And then we can combine our x cubes. 4x cubed minus 5x cubed makes a negative 1x cubed. And then we can combine our x squareds. There's only one x squared. That was a negative 20x squared. And then we still have our constant, or excuse me, our x term, and then our constant at the end. Make sure this is written in greatest to least exponents, called standard form. Let's go on to the next page. The bottom of this page, the same page actually, let's do number 26, finding the area of the shaded region. So to find the area of a shaded region, what you got to do is find the area of the whole thing, and then you're going to subtract the area of the unshaded. Let's do that for this problem. The area of the whole thing is this whole rectangle here. The formula for area of this rectangle is length times width. So we're going to do 6x times 8x minus 1. But then we're going to subtract the area of this unshaded part, which is 2x times 5x plus 3. Doing that will give us the area of this gray region. Let's simplify. Distributing here, we get 48x squared minus 6x. And then distributing here, be careful. You're distributing not a 2x, a negative 2x in this case, because it was subtracted, making negative 10x squared minus 6x. Combining like terms together, here and here, make 38x squared. And then we have a 6x, a negative 6x, and another negative 6x. That does not cancel out. That makes a negative 12x. Okay, you will see some of these geometric applications with all these shapes on a quiz or test. Looking at the next note page, we're going to multiply some binomials. There is an acronym called first, outer, inner, last, or FOIL. That's a cool way to kind of multiply these, but I'm also going to teach you my way. I call it double distribution. So your guys are masters at distribution. What multiplying a binomial and a binomial is, it's basically doing distribution twice. Let me show you. Here we have the first number. We're going to distribute it to these to make it x times x is x squared, and then x times 4 is 4x. But then, since it's a binomial, you need to distribute it this way as well. 2 times x is 2x, and then 2 times 4 is 8. So you're doing distribution twice to each number. Last step is to combine like terms. Here we have a 4x and a 2x, making 6x's, and keeping the x squared and the constant together. And there's your final answer. Let's look at some more examples with this double distribution. And there's even a triple distribution in here somewhere. Maybe we'll get to that today. Let's look at number 7. Number 7, we have double distribution. Let's distribute the 3y first. 3y times 3y is 9y squared. 3y times 2 is 6y. Then in another color, I'm going to show you 1 times 3y and then 1 times 2. Lastly, combining like terms, 6y and 3y make 9y, and everything else stays the same in standard form. Again, be careful with your negatives or positives, and you're combining like terms in the end. Let's move on. Let's do one of these over here. These are some cool cases here that I feel like you guys may forget, but let's talk about number 17. What 2m minus 5 squared means is that you're going to take 2m minus 5 and you're going to multiply it by itself. You do not distribute the 2 inside here. That is a big no-no. You do not distribute. Rewrite it in terms of 2 factors, and now let's double distribute. Oh, excuse me. So we have 2m minus 5, so let's distribute the 2m here and here to make 4m squared, and then 2m times negative 5 is negative 10m, and then distributing the negative 5 down below makes a negative 10m. Negative 5 times negative 5 makes a positive 25. Lastly, combining like terms, we get 4m squared minus 20m plus 25 after combining the negative 10 and the negative 10m. So again, whenever you see the squared, that means that you write your factors twice, just like this. I'm going to do it for every single one because I think this is really important to know. It's just a simpler way of writing these, and you can do your double distribution from there and solve. What I want to do is a binomial times a trinomial. Here, you're going to do distribution but to 3 terms, so a triple rainbow, and then I'm going to do it down below, triple rainbow there. Let's do the orange first. 2v times 4v squared is 8v cubed. 2v times negative 3v, and then 2v times negative 6. Then in pink, we have 3 times 4v squared, 3 times negative 3v, and then 3 times negative 6 is a negative 18. Combining like terms, we just have 1v cubed, we just have 1v squared, so we're going to put the 12v squared there. We do have some v's to combine. We have a negative 6v and a negative 9v. That makes a negative 15v. And then we have couple constants to put together, a negative 12 and a negative 18. Remember, always look to the left of the number to check what sign it is, and we are done with this problem. Write what question you guys have on multiplying monomials, polynomials, double distribution, even triple distribution, as well as the geometric problems. Have a great night. See everyone next time.